morning, travelers may have experienced a little bit of a wait time, but since I've been here, the lines seem to be moving fairly smooth. And the wait line looks like this. In the couple of hours that I've been here, I've seen ICE officers patrolling, and the line has looked the same since I got here. Completely empty. So if you see wait times go down while you're traveling, you may just want to thank an ICE officer.
Hello, magandang gabi. I'm your Tito Goby, and tonight we're gonna react to ICE in the airports. So today is March 24. So by the time I post this video, things might be different already. So let's get to the video. There you go. So this video is from Vince Doa, and he titled his video "Woke ICE Protesters Silenced by Joyful Americans After TSA Wait Times Disappear at Major Airports." So let's see, the TSA I guess strike, well, it's not a strike. TSA has been paid for a few days now, and a lot of them have started quitting. So hence the long lines in the airports. But Trump sent in ICE to I guess help with the issue, and I don't know the whole details about what's going on. So here's Vice. Oh, Vines. Sorry.
I have no problem with that at all. I mean, if they're there to help, that's fine. Because you obviously need more people.
Cleveland is one of more than 10 U.S. airports where the Trump administration has deployed agents to help amid a shortage of TSA workers.
Nazis don't belong in America, and they don't belong in airports.
All right, well, it is now day two of
day
the
two.
ICE deployment to America's airports, thanks to Chuck Schumer and the Democrat TSA shutdown. And if we saw wait times decrease on day one, I think we can say now, as of day two, that wait times have effectively evaporated at some airports altogether. It's such a noticeable drop thanks to their presence that even CNN is left more stunned than they were before, basically saying that, look, we thought wait times might go down because it's Tuesday, but this is an astronomical difference. To which I say, yeah, turns out that ICE agents are pretty helpful and useful people. Can you maybe do the one-to-one correlation? They're also very helpful or useful to our country. I don't know. But of course, I think that
See, as long as you don't get in their faces, they'll leave you alone. But of course, not a lot of people likes them because they're doing their job. Oh well, like I said before, there's just too many of them right now, and a bunch of them are a bunch of cowboys, but a lot of them, as we can see right now in the airports, they're pretty nice.
is the realization that many Americans are coming to as they interact with ICE agents. You have ICE agents helping the lines, handing out water bottles, doing tons of positive PR to assist everyday people in their travel. And as we expected, left-wing activists have completely taken the bait on this. On day one, they were just screaming, some random lunatics in the airport saying, "ICE, you suck," and just looking like a crazy person, because anyone who screams in the middle of an airport, a train station, generally you assume them to be some type of mentally ill, homeless, crazy person on drugs, but that basically also does summarize the average leftist, so it makes perfect sense. But now we also have them trying to stage organized protests outside of the airports, and so, the side-by-side here is getting
Oh, what? The whole point of this is to make flights much more faster and easier. And protesting outside of the airport, that's gonna cause more traffic, won't it?
even more dramatic. I mean, it was already bad enough for leftists that ICE agents are now kind of creating a positive reputation with normal Americans. But now you have the people helping to speed up your wait time in the security, giving out water bottles, helping with instructions, doing all this, being very friendly. And then on the other side, you have the people protesting, no, no, no. You should miss your flight. No, no, no. Miss your flight because Donald Trump and our voters are domestic terrorists who can't control themselves, and therefore we should shut down DHS over that or something, right? Yes. But anyways, we'll tell you all about this here today. Again, the updates of how this is going, how now that ICE kind of had a day, they're fully settled in, just how effective this deployment really is. And I once again say to Democrats, you know, you want to keep on doing this. You want to keep on having Americans now until the midterms meet with ICE agents and realize they're not these evil Nazis just randomly murdering people, and they're normal, in fact, nice and well-adjusted everyday patriots. Yeah, yeah. The side-by-side, by the way, you know, you just have the typical look of leftists versus the look of ICE agents and people in law enforcement. Yeah, which team do you want to be on if you're a normal American person? Yeah, I know. All right, let's get into it. First, though, do us a favor. If you enjoy our content, make sure you hit that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. We greatly appreciate the support, but it also ensures that you can stay up to date with all of the latest news and coverage. And that said, let's now check in day 2 of the ICE deployment at the Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. This one is noteworthy because not only is it one of the biggest connectors, obviously, in America, but on top of that, just on Sunday, the day before ICE arrived, they were dealing with about 5-hour wait times. And then yesterday, it got reduced to about an hour, and so you were noticing some progress.
Okay, that's like 5 hours of waiting because there's hardly any TSA, I guess, doing their job, I believe. Like I said, at the moment they're not being paid, so not a lot of them is like coming in, and a lot of them are quitting. So hence the 5-hour wait, right? But now that the ICE agents are there helping, it's down to 1 hour.
Now take a listen as CNN is visibly stunned at just how little the line now is left. Check it out.
Go to CNN's Ryan Young. He's over at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport this morning. Ryan, what do TSA wait times look like in Atlanta this morning?
Wolf, I almost can't believe I'm able to say this. The times have dropped off tremendously this morning. People were waiting an hour in line. Now that is not the case. If you look at the main checkpoint here, there seems like less than a dozen people. One thing I should note to everyone, Tuesday is a traditionally slow day here at this airport. It's a great day to travel out because there's not as much volume. So they knew today was going to drop off, but I don't think people thought they were going to see the numbers where they are right now. And that's TSA pre. This is the main checkpoint.
Okay. Let's check this out. They have a meter here on the screen. Okay, it's I guess it starts at Houston. Houston, waiting time 9 minutes. Okay, forward a bit. Washington D.C. 7 minutes. Charlotte, I hope I said that right. 3 minutes. So it's not even an hour anymore. Okay, let's go back, I guess, right here. Okay, let's just go back right there.
Checkpoint here. There seems like less than a dozen people. One thing I should note to everyone, Tuesday is a traditionally slow day here at this airport. It's a great day to travel out because there's not as much volume. So they knew today was going to drop off, but I don't think people thought they were going to see the numbers where they are right now. And that's TSA pre. This is the main checkpoint, and we're seeing those numbers just fall off. Of course, the other thing that people have been asking about is, of course, what are the ICE agents doing who are walking through the airport? What kind of responsibilities they have? Here are two of the officers who are sort of walking through the airport now. They're patrolling the outside areas of...
Oh, look at that. They're not wearing masks. They're showing their faces. Oh, man. So now that they're showing their faces, are you still going to get mad? They were mad at ICE before because they were all wearing masks. Now that they're not wearing masks, they're still mad. Oh shoot! Look at that. It just popped up on the screen. TSA wait times. Los Angeles. One of the busiest, I guess, airports. 2 minutes. Oh, wow. That, of course, it could change by the time I post this video. So we'll see.
Of the airport, keeping people safe, interacting with some of the people as they walk by. But for the most part, they have this defensive posture where they're just sort of walking around and making sure the perimeter is safe. Well, there may be a celebration here at the airport before it's all said and done, especially for the folks who've been working nonstop, extra shifts. If you look right here, you can see this is the main checkpoint. Almost no lines, no waiting, Sarah.
So I guess that's how it was during the weekends on Monday. We have so many, I guess, barriers or I don't know. I forgot what you call these, barriers or chains but it's hardly empty now.
It's unbelievable at this point, and there seems to be more lines open than normal right now with the TSA workers here breezing people through. In fact, a lot of folks have been showing up shocked at how short the lines are. Take a listen to some of the folks we talked to this morning.
I don't see how extra security could be bad, you know. I mean, they're going to help out and, you know, make things move a little faster. But whether they're doing that or not, we don't know. But extra security is always good to me.
I mean, you think it's not going to be that bad, but then you get here and, you know, you think, oh, man, it really is as bad as they say it is.
The lines have disappeared. Gee, I really wonder why. I think, honestly, the first reason may just be the fact that there are so many illegal aliens in this country, and that's why you deal with, it feels like, so much overcrowding in certain cities, you know, traffic, the airport just feels like the sea and mess of humanity. And then when they either go into hiding or get deported, it feels like, oh, I have a functional country left. You know, this doesn't feel like a city in India or something or whatever, where it's just like this constant sea of humanity all the time, all this chaos. Oh, this is nice. This is pleasant. Really does beg the question as to how many illegal aliens we do have in this country, but that's certainly a
I think the last estimate was around 20 million. I don't know. Take a look. Okay. The DHS estimates 10.99 million as of January 2022. Baker and Warner 2024. Okay, I'm not really quite sure if the estimate is from 2022 to 2024. So, but okay, 11 million. Let's say 11 million estimated illegal aliens.
Possibility. That said, in terms of what we can practically measure, you notice that CNN points out ever since I showed up, there are more TSA lanes open than usual, right? And this is something we raise because there's a lot of people out there trying to argue, oh, ICE is being sent here for no reason. Look, they're just standing around. They can't do anything to help. And
that's the main point of having security stand around to scare off bad people, right? Like scarecrows. Where did I get that? I think I heard it from Asmongold. But yeah, if you got a scarecrow there, then it will scare some crows.
Pointed out since day one, as Tom Homan stated, it's not that ICE agents are going to be doing the metal detectors or the ID checkpoints. Rather, it's that obviously when you're running an airport, there's more jobs that TSA has to deal with than just that aspect of it, right? There's the kind of just exterior security, standing by doors, guarding perimeters, and basically ICE has been sent to supplement that manpower, and they weren't lying, right? Because the moment ICE shows up, now you magically have more TSA agents able to open the lanes. Yeah, This is common sense. Let us not forget, by the way, this is what Democrats oppose for whatever reason. They're the ones who are starving the TSA, and then secondly, they think it's bad that ICE is showing up to the airport. I'm not exactly sure. And second point I'd like to make, even CNN is noting that the interactions between regular Americans and ICE in the airports has been largely overwhelmingly pleasant. As I said, I don't think this whole issue is going to be a very good optical look for Democrats, especially if they're going to stand there protesting, which is exactly what they did right outside of the Hartsfield Atlanta airport. Again, I repeat, on the same exact day at the same exact time where the security line at the airport evaporates. And I think it's a pretty universal thing. Nobody likes TSA. Everyone likes going through TSA quickly. You know, it's not a political stance. Here you have the people who are not normal. The people are crazy. To quote our president, these people are crazy indeed, showing up to protest in favor of long lines at the airport. As I said, they just took the bait. It's that simple.
Donald Trump, let's be clear! Donald Trump, let's be clear! Immigrants are welcome here!
Wait a minute. Isn't it the middle of the week? Shouldn't they be like working right now? I guess they don't have any jobs. The- okay, maybe they took the day off just to protest. I don't know. Maybe a few of these are like from the TSA that actually quit. I don't know that, but I know it's the middle of the week. It's just what, Tuesday. They should be working. All right.
Yeah, it's really just not a good look for Democrats. As a matter of fact, I'll take that one step further. They look crazy and insane by doing this. Because let's be real. I'm sure the people who watch this channel are heavily politically engaged. They follow the news on the daily basis, but that's obviously not really the average American and even necessarily the average voter. You're talking about people who probably look at headlines, maybe a couple seconds of media a day. You know, they follow
Brain
the
rot.
buzz, they
There you
follow
go.
the chatter, but don't really look deeply into these issues.
brain
And
rot.
so imagine, right? The general vibes, and frankly, that's actually a pretty big part of the electorate and what really drives politics is pure vibes. The vibes against ICE for the past several months have, of course, been negative because they just hear, oh, I shot somebody, there's civil unrest over it, this is really bad. And then you show up and realize the first time you ever probably meet an ICE agent in your life, they're nice, they're helping you out, they're giving you water bottles, etc., etc. And then we have these crazy people over on the left protesting against you making your flight on time. Now, if you're an ordinary American who's not super obsessed maniacally with politics, you're probably thinking to yourself, wait,
What the fuck is
you know,
going
these people
on?
are not actually normal. They're actually kind of crazy, which I would argue was a huge contributing factor to Democrats losing, for example, in the 2024 election, right? Not the only reason, but there was that consensus. Woke went too far. Democrats are insane. They're not normal. They're just out there, right? And while people may have forgotten that because the vibes, quote unquote, shifted, here's yet another reminder. And I hope they keep on doing this. I hope the leftists show up every single day from now until the midterms at every single airport. So that way, the entire nation, right? The entire electorate likely will get exposed to these crazy psychotic lunatics at least once. And please understand the right wing is correct about this. We know what we're talking about, but a lot of people have to see it for themselves. So there you go. It's worth noting too, by the way, that, you know, the short evaporating lines were not just seen at Atlanta. This was a phenomenon across the country, including in Philadelphia today. So maybe a city arguably that doesn't really deserve our help, but still nonetheless, take a listen.
But I do want to point out, this is an empty line right now. We are
that picture of Trump that they're using. Just look at that smile, that smug face, like, yeah, I did this.
We're standing in the middle where travelers come to check in for TSA. Yesterday, this was all the way back to the garage. So good news.
Yeah, this news channel could have used a different picture. ABC. I'm guessing it's ABC, but yeah, they have to go with a smug Donald.
News today, lines aren't too bad. We're live from PHL. Brianna Gallagher, Channel 6 Action News. Hey, good morning, Matt. Good news if you are traveling here this morning. Right now in Terminal A East, lines aren't that bad, but as you mentioned, ICE agents, they have arrived here at PHL. For the most part, we've been seeing them hanging back. However, they have been also assisting travelers as need be.
And to provide you a visual example of what we're talking about in terms of, oh, this is what happens when normal Americans actually interact with ICE agents and realize they're generally nice, kind, patriotic people. Take a look at these scenes from the Houston airport today, where, by my understanding, this one still had long lines. They're still dealing with some logistical issues, but the ICE agents here did show up to hand out free water bottles to people who were willing to take them, right? Hey, Democrats never gave me free water bottles. I'm just saying, but really curious whether James Tallarico here will show up and protest against this or something. But check it out for yourself.
Don't be shy in the bathroom, just down that hall. Yeah, just trying to take them. Thank you. You're welcome. Y'all have a safe flight.
Free water in the airport. You know how much they charge you for a bottle of water over there in an airport? For a regular bottle that you can probably buy for about 75 cents or less, they charge you almost like $2. $2 or more for a bottle of water.
Where are y'all heading to today?
Rio.
Rio? Oh, nice. Don't be shy, guys. The bathroom is down the hall. We'll hold your spot in line, I promise.
That was my question.
No, yeah, if you need to go, seriously, yeah.
No, I'm fine just now. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Anybody want a water? Cold water? These ones are cold on this side. This is very good, boy. Yeah. Water? How about you, Emma?
Water?
Share?
Yeah, there you go. It's actually cold water. They got ice in there. Yeah, most of it probably melted already, but that looks like cold water right there. They're not just giving out regulars just like that other one, but if you're outside, you get cold water.
Very nice.
Yeah. You got vodka in there? I wish. I wish.
Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. Thank you for the service.
You're happy with ice?
Yes.
Okay.
I like that. I'm happy for the ice. Thank you for the service.
I think my favorite part has to be the Asian guy at the end, right? Oh, thank you for the service. Oh, but you know, at a certain point, you have to wonder how much Democrats want to keep up this charade, keep on shutting down DHS. Because again, you know, however many thousands to tens of thousands of travelers ICE have already interacted with, I have no idea. But I repeat, the best political thing for us would be to have ICE be doing this airport work, at least a part of them, you know, a task force of them, right, from now until the midterms.
That's a good idea, you know? Instead of having all of them out in the streets, you can have them in the airports also. You know, spread them out good. Instead of having them like concentrate and look like an army when they come to the cities. Here's the thing also though. If the lines are like this short in I guess in the airports now, what has the TSA been doing? You know? If they needed help, they should have asked the government or something, but I don't know. And I don't work for the TSA, but you can see the big difference when ICE came in.
And because of one big beautiful bill, ICE has plenty of resources, so there is the room here obviously to spread them out and, put them across the country. Because the more that they do this, the more that vibes around ICE are just fundamentally going to change against Democrats, which I think you're already seeing the signs of, by the way.
Oh, they're right there. All right, they're good. They're here to help. They're not bothering nobody. As long as they can check my bags and get me on my flight, I'm good to go. Right?
He's from Brooklyn.
I want to get to the Bahamas. I want out of here.
When you see ICE agents, being deployed, what goes through your mind?
I like it. I mean, I think Trump's doing a hell of a job. I like it.
Most of the travelers we spoke with say, while it's disappointing the current shutdown is having a negative impact on TSA staff, they're pleased to see ICE agents stepping in.
They're protecting us. Yeah, they're doing a good job.
Schumer is the one who has shut down this government 3 times now. And the Democrats just don't...
And make note that these are, I guess, left-leaning news stations. C-SPAN, CNN, ABC, and what was that one? NSM? I think it was NSM.
Goes through your mind.
I like it. I mean, I think Trump's doing a hell of a job.
Well, I don't know. The Peacock channel. I forgot which one it is, but yeah, it's a left-leaning channel also.
I like it.
Most of the travelers we spoke with say, while it's disappointing the current shutdown is having a negative impact on TSA staff, they're pleased to see ICE agents stepping in.
They're protecting us. Yeah, they're doing a good job.
Schumer is the one who has shut down this government 3 times now. And the Democrats just don't understand. When Chuck doesn't get his way, the government shuts down. It has nothing to do with Trump. It has to do with Chuck and the Democrats. It's terrible that they do this to our people that work with the government. It's horrible.
I mean, you heard the man, didn't you? He just wants to get to the Bahamas. So there's the midterm message. Republicans want you to get to the Bahamas. Democrats don't. It's that simple. It's that simple, right? ICE agents are helping you get to the Bahamas. The stupid protesters in the way, they're against you going to the Bahamas. And I mean that actually like in a very real sense, right? We're not even necessarily joking when we say that. This is actually what the left is advocating for versus what the right is advocating for. I think you see from this guy especially, right? I mean, let's be honest. Flying is one of the worst experiences ever. And yeah, we kind of, I guess you could say the worst comes out of us when we're engaging in that activity, right? Going through an airport TSA, we're kind of pissed off, we're in a bad mood. But all of that said, okay, in that moment, people also become incredibly selfish. As he states, he just wants to make his flight. He's only interested in himself. So, okay, understanding that nature of human psychology, who is a person like this likely to view more favorably? The protesters obstructing it or the ICE agents trying to help speed up the whole situation? I think we know the answer to that. So, Democrats, it's up to you. Honestly, I would say whether or not Democrats decide to ultimately give in and start funding DHS, which they claim they're trying to do, but they're just not, right? They're literally grandstanding in D.C., but that's a conversation for a different day. Okay, regardless, maybe we should just keep this permanently, right? It'll be sort of a rebate period, you could say, sort of an apology to Americans. Hey, because you dealt with such a bad situation over the past 2 months, okay, we're going to keep ICE in the airports from now until, let's say, the end of the midterms, or who knows, maybe even permanently, right? So that way the airports go extra fast as basically the government's apology for, making it long and causing problems in the first place. I think that's very good policy. I think that's very smart policy. I think that's something that we should pursue. And again, this is all thanks to the Democrats not having any political strategy whatsoever and the Trump administration completely outsmarting them. So you love to see it. That said, guys, let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section down below. Be sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and until next time, God bless and peace.
All right. So, ICE is actually doing a good job in the airports so far. And sorry for messing up the name of the channel over here. Vince Doa. Vince Doa. It finally clicked on my head after like looking at that name for a while. Vince. Okay, so that's it for tonight, and I'll catch you on the next video. Good night.